Hello once again and welcome to my vlog. This is Chaos World. Today we're going to talk about building the slab. As we know, we've already talked about collecting the materials. We've already done the foundation, and now we're going to talk about the slab. So basically what it means by building the slab means preparing the floor and then pouring concrete on it. So as you can see now, we've already compacted the floor like we talked about, and we've already put hardcore. Hardcore is a type of gravel with very large stones that are picked and put all over, and then they are compacted and made flat so that they can hold the cement mixture that we're going to pour on it. So like you can see already that we've already put in one part of the floor. We're going to do half of the floor first before we do the second part. You can see that the other part we are still compacting the soil. We actually still filling the soil so that it is leveled. Then after that, we shall also put the hardcore on it and continue to make the slab. It's very important that we put the hardcore because this actually will help the floor not to sink, not to let moisture come upwards, and also to protect from any termites or any insects or anything that might want to come up to hurt our animals, hurt our birds. This also actually stops the rodents from trying to dig some holes to come up into the house. And so it's a very important part of the building. So as you can see, this is the part that we are trying to level with soil. We've already put our poles, as you can see, and they're now standing straight, and they're actually standing in a mixture of cement which we've poured inside the hole before we put in the poles. So we're going to work with this throughout the day and maybe tomorrow so that we see how much we've done. You can see we've already done a part of the slab. As you can see there, we've actually poured a quarter or about a half of it, and we're waiting for it to dry up. And that's all that we're going to do. There you can see that's our slab. That's already finished. And it's nice and smooth and level, and that's how we want it. So usually it's good to do a small part so that you can plan how to do the rest of the house. And also, not everybody who can work with the slab, so it's good the people who can work with the slab to start working with the slab, and then the other people can continue to level and to compact the other side so that the work progresses without any problems. It's a very important thing to keep the work flowing all the time, and because we have different people who have different capabilities or knowledge of building, that's why you see that some parts being put the slab, some parts are being filled with the soil, and some other parts are being maybe the trenches are being filled up with soil, because we bring in different types of specialities, you can call it, or people who do different things. So let's just continue looking and see how we are going to go on with the day and see how much we shall do. Please keep on watching. So here we have part of the farm where you can see we have some cassavas and we have a yam. This is a yam that's actually growing under the tree, and this is a type of yam that climbs up the tree, and the yam is a big tuber that grows under the ground. They have a dark skin and they're very hard, so you usually roast it and you just eat it like a snack. I think in some parts of Africa, like in West Africa, they pound it into powder, and later on they make some sort of I think some mash with it. I'm not sure, but for us we just roast it and we eat it like a snack, not much. These are plants that are actually getting extinct, so you don't find them very often. Very rare do you find it growing anywhere anymore. It was a plant that used to grow very well because it grows very well in the forest, and part of this was part of the Mount Kenya forest many years back. So most of the plants are actually forest plants. So let's see what's going on here. So we've finished up with the slab and we're waiting for it to dry. So I think the workers will take another part, the other side, as they wait for this one to dry. This goes very fast because they're very used to doing this. This is what they do every day. So it's very, very easy for them. And they don't actually use a lot of equipment. They just use their hands, and they're very skilled and very good, and it comes out very well. So this is like a very simple house for them, and it will take a very short time to build. And like we said in our previous videos, you know that we are not buying the poles. The poles are from our own farm, and so this is a very, very budget house. So let's now go and see what's happening, and we see if we can move to another side of the slab so that you can see how it's going on. You can see that our poles are standing, they're straight, and they're actually now in the slab, which means that we can no longer adjust them, because when the slab dries up, it dries up with a pole in it, and it has to be correct, it has to be straight and where it should be. So they have already checked and seen that every pole is straight and on the line and where they want it and how tall they want it. And so let's continue look at the slab and see what they're going to do next. As you can see, the poles are very well peeled. You can see they're very smooth and they're dry. So these are very, very strong poles now. They were well treated, well dried, and they've been put up straight and very good. So this is an excellent way to build this house. It's going to turn out very well. You can see the corridor. You can see where the poles are. There's a small corridor to the outside. So this is where we're going to put the layer boxes, because we're going to collect the eggs from the outside. So the layer boxes will be peeping outside and open in the inside. So the chicken can climb up into the layer box, lay an egg, and the egg will just roll out. And the people come from the outside, open the box, and pick it up. This is a very, very good way to make sure that your chicken don't get in contact with people too often, because this is actually a biosecurity measure. You avoid exposing your chicken to disease and so many other accidents that can happen. As you know, when you go into the chicken house, they usually follow you. They usually come next to you. They think you want to give them food, and it's very easy that a person can step on the chicken and hurt it, or even kill it if they're very small. So the less people go inside the house, the better, and the better security for the chicken. Also, we'll avoid a lot of other things that can happen. They can step on the eggs. Also, that you have to keep your chicken away from a lot of people. It should be very private. So we're going to have the eggs picked from the outside. We're going to build those layer boxes on the outside, and we think this is a very, very good idea because we plan, or we hope that we shall be picking our eggs every 2 hours. Someone will be going around with a basket and some trays and pick the eggs every 2 hours. So it would be quite bothersome and stressful for the birds if someone walked inside the house every 2 hours, and then another time when they're going to feed them, and then when they're going to change the water, and when they're going to clean the water drinkers. So that would be a bit too many times for people to go and get in contact with our chicken. This is why we're building this house in this way. You're going to see that it's actually one of the very nice houses when it comes to biosecurity, that you really reduce the number of times that people come near to your chicken. That's one of the big things that we have changed from our previous house. And so you can see now that the slab is actually finished. This is nice. The posts are standing straight. The slab is finished. And I believe we are soon coming to the next stage. So this was the third stage. The first one was collecting the materials from our forest. That was the poles and the timbers. The second one was laying the foundation. And this is the third one, making the slab. So far it looks excellent. I'm very happy with the work and the results. and after the slab, we are going to the fourth stage, and this is building the lower floor of the house. So after this, we are going to build the lower floor of the house, and you're going to be with us. So stay around and check the next video about how to build the lower floor of the house, or rather the cage on the downstairs. It will all be built using wood and chicken mesh and chicken wire, so there'll be no problem. So please stay around. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. And see you in my next video. Now you can see that we have started building the first lower floor of the house. And here you can see that we've already started putting the wood on top of the poles. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Bye.